Detroit heads back on the road with something to prove. After briefly climbing into a tie for second in the Atlantic, the Red Wings now find themselves back in third following a late collapse against Boston. It was not just the loss, it was the way it happened. A comeback completed, a lead taken, and then control lost in the final minutes. That shifts tonight into a response game. Detroit sits at 90 points, still firmly in a playoff position, but the margin has tightened again. Toronto remains just ahead. Florida is still within reach, and Tampa Bay close enough that another slip could reopen the race below. The opponent brings in its own urgency. St. Louis is battling for the final playoff spot in the Western Conference, meaning this will not be a passive opponent. This is a team playing with postseason stakes every night, and that usually leads to a structured, high-pressure hockey game. For Detroit, the test is different than the Ottawa game and different than Boston. This is not a trap and not a mismatch. This is a playoff-style game against the team that needs to do just as much. The recent stretch has shown Detroit can win in multiple ways: comebacks, controlled road games, offensive bursts. What it's still being defined is their ability to close and stabilize after gaining control. That is the piece that slipped in their last game. Detroit showed that they can climb into position. Now they need to show that they can respond when that position is challenged. On the road against a desperate team, this becomes a test of maturity more than talent. Strat Hockey welcome in Enterprise Center, St. Louis, Missouri. The Detroit Red Wings visit the St. Louis Blues. We'll come back for the starting lineups and the opening face-off in just a moment. Welcome in here to the Enterprise Center. St. Louis against Detroit. These two teams used to be rivals through the 90s, 80s and 90s, when these two teams played in the Norris Division. And they were still when the Red Wings when they all shifted to conferences, different conference names and different division names. They were both in the Central together. And then Detroit shifted over to the Eastern Conference because travel and all that kind of stuff. Starting lineups brought to you by YouTube, Larkin, DeBrincat, Kane, Petrie, and Sider. The starting line for Detroit, Alex Lyon back in nets for them. The Blues send out Shen, Holloway, Kyrou, Fowler, and Leddy with Jordan Binnington in nets. Opening face-off just a moment away. Larkin against Shen here in the opening face-off circle. Wings win it. Puck goes to Kane and the Wings are moving. Knocked away from him. Holloway will take it back. He'll skate back into the Red Wing zone early here. Early shot is knocked away by Lyon. Petrie will grab it for Detroit and move it back. Taken away again. Leddy has it now. He'll circle back into the Red Wing zone. He moves down low now. Shot on net there. Leddy played for the Red Wings recently. Rebound is picked up by Shen. He fires it in there on net. And it's in. They score. Early pressure by the Blues leads to a goal. Just a minute into this first period of play. Shen from Leddy and Fowler. 1-0 St. Louis. Let's win the subsequent faceoff. Sider has it. It's knocked away from him by Fowler in the neutral zone. They'll try to skate it back. Holloway back into the zone now. Knocked away from him by Sider. Detroit will circle back again. Kept in at the line. Fowler has it again. Fires it from there, and that one is juggled and held on there by Lyon on a shot by Fowler. Home team coming out with 4 early shots. Detroit has yet to get one. Second lines will be out there. With a face-off deep in the wing zone. Thomas against Comfer. Wings win it. Sherrod will try to skate out. Couldn't get it out of the zone. Falk took it away. Knocked away from him, though. Sherratt got it right back. Try to work it back out to center ice. Gets it to Comfer. They're moving back the other way. Shot there by Comfer is knocked away by Binnington. First shot for Detroit tonight. Buchnevich will take it back the other way. Sticked away from him by Raymond. He'll turn right back into the zone. Take a shot from there. It's knocked away. Buchnevich again will try it. Gets it to Thomas as they're moving back. Over the wings line now. That shot's blocked down by Sherratt. We'll see the third liners out there. 1-0 Blues early here in the first from the Enterprise Center. Johansson with it. Knocked away from him. Sundqvist will turn it back for the Blues. He gets a shot there the line handled. Worked it to Gustafsson as the wings move it back. That's a good pass. Here's Tarasenko back into the zone. Gets around Suter now. Shot by Tarasenko is handled. And the Blues will move it back. Snuggerud with it. He'll skate back into the zone. He gets around Shine and Johansson. He's down low. Shot there, knocked away. Wings will move back with it. Here's Johansson. There's a good pass. Gets it to Rasmussen. Penalty coming to St. Louis here. Shot on net's going to be knocked away. It's going to be touched up here. Wings will get a power play, it looks like. As Sundqvist goes to the box. Oscar Sundqvist. He also played for the Red Wings recently.
Oscar Sundqvist, 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes.
Faceoff will be deep in the St. Louis zone. Our play unit has it. Johansson. Shot is blocked in front. Suter grabs it. Gets it out to center ice. Wings will skate back in with it. It's knocked away. Suter took it back again and fires at the length of the ice this time. Back the other way with it. Here is Shine. Gets it around Snuggerud. Shot there is blocked in front, though. Puck is loose and grabbed up by Bolduc, rather. And he'll knock it out to center ice. Giving chase to Suter. He takes it away. He gets it back down the ice, and the penalty's done. Sundqvist is back. Detroit is moving with it. Here's Rasmussen. He gets around Tucker this time. Shot there is knocked away. And the Blues, Bolduc will move it back through center ice. Knocked away from him. Tarasenko will turn it back in. Another shot there. Knocked away. And the fourth liners will be out there halfway done here in this first. 1-0 St. Louis. On a goal by Brayden Schenn. Toropchenko is with it. Gives it away. Kasper will take it back for Detroit. He's into the zone there. That one's kicked away by Binnington. And Nathan Walker will skate back. Giving away to Smith now. He'll move back into the wing or into the blue zone. That one's going to be gloved down by Binnington on a shot by Smith. He's going to bring the face-off to his right. Blues win it. Faxa gets it to Fowler. He'll move it out. Back to Faxa now. Into the wing zone. Shot on net from there, and they score again. Fourth liners make it 2-0. Radek Faxa, rather. Mistyped his name here on my score sheet. Gets his fifth. St. Louis. They win the subsequent faceoff. Backs ahead. Just like the last game. Puck's given away. Here's Kopp. Back in the lineup after a moment. He gets a shot there, knocked away by Binnington. Top liners will be out there. 6 minutes gone remaining here in the first. Holloway skating with it. Knocked away from him. Kane will turn it back into the zone. Takes a shot from there. That one is on net and it's in. The Wings score. They get one back. Top line here for Detroit. Binnington got most of it, but couldn't keep it out. 2-1 now. That's goal number 40 for Patrick Kane. DeBrincat's going to get the only assist. And with exactly 6 minutes left here in this first period, we got a 1-goal game. St. Louis wins that faceoff though back at center ice. Kyrou will skate with it. Knocked away from him. DeBrincat will skate back into the zone again. Here's Detroit. Shot a net there, and that one is stopped and held on. What a good chance there on a shot by DeBrincat, going for goal number 49. Couple away from 50. Each player on this forward line has more than 40 goals now. At least 40 goals. Face off won by Detroit here. Shot by Kane is knocked away. Kyrou will try to work it out. It's knocked off the puck at center ice. DeBrincat's going to go for a penalty. St. Louis is going to get a power play. The faceoff will be in the neutral zone. Let's get that penalty call.
Detroit penalty to number 93, Alex DeBrincat. 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 15:20.
Power play unit wins it. Holloway has it. He'll skate up over the line. Knocked away from him by Kane. He has possession. Skates out to center ice and knocks it up the boards back into the St. Louis zone. A lot of time knocked away on that one exchange. Skating back, here's Holloway one more time. Can't get past Sider at the blue line. And he drives it all the way back down the ice. It's going to be a quick power play. It's good to see. Good penalty killing for Detroit. Kyrou tried to get over the line. Sticked away from him by Larkin. He knocks it back down the ice. And the penalty is done. Detroit kills it. Here's Shen back into the zone after the penalty. Shot on net there is knocked away. Skipped up by Larkin. Shen took it away from him in the neutral zone and moves it back into the zone again. That's another one kicked away by Lyon. Detroit will try it again. Back the other way, knocked down. Here's Kyrou trying to get back into the zone. He does. He gets around to DeBrincat this time. That one's going to be knocked away, and we've reached the end of one here from the Enterprise Center in St. Louis. It is 2-1 St. Louis after one. We'll be back for the first intermission report here on Strat Hockey in just a sec. Trying to tighten these up. First intermission, shots 12-10 favoring Detroit. Power plays 0 for 1, both of them. Goals in the first, Braden Shen's 18th at 1 minute. Leddy and Fowler the assists. Faxa's 5th from Fowler and Walker at 12:40. That made it 2-0. Kane added his 40th from DeBrincat at 14 minutes. That made it 2-1, which is where we are right now. Top liners will start. We'll be back for the second intermission, or the second period, here on Strat Hockey in just a sec. Second period action here from the Enterprise Center in St. Louis. Top liners are out there. Puck is dropped. St. Louis wins it. Letty will skate with it. Try to work it over the zone. Early penalty coming here to Detroit. Oh, if you heard that whistle, play it again. It sounded quiet in this room.
Detroit penalty to number 46, Jeff Petrie. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 8 seconds.
8 seconds into this second period. St. Louis goes on their second power play. Faceoff's going to be in the neutral zone this time, though. It's an advantage for the penalty killers. Power play unit wins it. Letty will skate with it. Gets it up over the line. They set up shop here. Pass down low to Shen, and he is knocked into by Larkin. Doesn't let him get a clear lane to the net and knocks it out to center ice. Fowler will skate back with it. St. Louis over the line. Shot there is knocked away. Rebound's going to be picked up by them. Letty gets it on his stick and fires it over top of the net. Rolls around the board. Kane will scoop it up and knock it out. Back to center ice. Here comes St. Louis back the other way. Shen gets to the line. Sider took it away. Knocks it back down the ice. Penalty's done. Second liners will be out there. St. Louis has possession. They lead it 2-1 early here in the second. St. Louis with it. Neighbors. Try to get it over the line. He couldn't. Let's take it away. Here's Comfer back the other way. Gets around Thomas. He's into the zone here. Shot on net, and that one is going to be gloved down. What a save there by Binnington. That could have been a game-tying goal, and it was 4-0. Face off to his left. Detroit wins it. Puck bounces to Soderblom. He'll take a shot there that's knocked away. Grabbed up by Thomas. Tried to get it out. Couldn't. Comfort took it away. Another shot there. Knocked away by Binnington. Puck is still loose. Detroit trying to find an opening. Here's Sherratt. Fires it in on net, and that one is stopped. Oh my goodness, that was such a save. Sherratt almost put it in the net. That would have been his 7th. What a save. Face off to the right of Binnington. Detroit wins it again. Here's a shot on net, deflected in front. Soderblom got a stick on it. It's knocked away here. Still loose. Buchnevich gets it for St. Louis and try to work it out to center ice. He does. They're working back into the wing zone. Here's Neighbors now. Gets around Sherratt. He's over the line now. That's kicked away. Loose puck is picked up by the Blues. Buchnevich has it. That one's kicked away. Soderblom. Working back the other way. Gets up over the line. He's got a chance down low. That one's kicked away. Good chances for the second liners. Third liners will be out there 5 minutes into this second. Still 2-1 Boston. Or St. Louis. How about that? Tucker. He has possession of it. Gets it to Snuggerud. Back into the wing zone. He's going to get a chance down low. That one's knocked away. And Johansson will work it back for Detroit. Nice pass. Here's Shine. He's back into the zone. He's going to get a good opportunity here, and that one is easily stopped by Binnington. Ryan Suter will move it back. It's knocked off at his stick by Gustafsson. He turns it back into the zone. Shot there is kicked away. And now Bolduc will try to move it out. Couldn't. Take it away. Here's Tarasenko. Couldn't get past Suter. Ryan Suter knocked him off the puck. Fourth liners will be out there. 12 minutes left here in the second. Still at 2-1. St. Louis. Here's Fowler. Penalty coming. It's going to be Sider this time. We'll see the top liners come out for this penalty kill. Penalty or power play opportunity. third of its kind for St. Louis tonight.
Detroit penalty to number 53, Moritz Seider. 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 8:40.
Face off deep in the wing zone. They win it. Shorthanded unit. Gets it out. St. Louis regrouping. Puck to Kyrou now as they're over the line. Shot there is knocked away. Grabbed by Larkin again. He gets it out. Bounces back into the St. Louis zone. Excuse me. Here's Shen back with it. Couldn't get around Larkin. He took it away. Drives it the length of the ice. The penalty to Seider is done. Holloway will skate back with it. Knocked off the puck there as Seider took it away. He'll turn it back the other way for Detroit. Great pass. Here's DeBrincat. He's moving in on the breakaway. Chance for him is knocked away. What a save by Binnington. Puck bounces to Fowler as he tried to turn it back out. He does. He gets it to Shen now. They're back into the wing zone. That shot there is knocked away. And now DeBrincat will grab it again for Detroit. Another great chance. Cross-ice pass. Breakaway for Kane this time. He's into the zone, and that one's knocked away. Kyrou now will turn it back the other way. Back and forth action. Great pass. Too far for Holloway. He was trying to break him into the wing zone. It bounces to Kane, and we'll see the second liners out there. Still 2-1 St. Louis. Raymond. Penalty coming the other way. Buchnevich will go. Detroit's going to get a power play. Their second of the night.
St. Louis penalty to number 89, Pavel Buchnevich. 2 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 14 minutes.
Face off deep in the Boston. Why do I want to keep saying Boston? Detroit played Boston for the final time in their last game, and I can't get them off my mind. I don't know. Face off, won by Detroit. Shot on net, they score! Raymond right off the face off. Detroit with a power play goal, and they tie it. It's his 41st. He had racked up a lot of goals early in the season and then kind of cooled off, but he's come on. He's got goals in the last 3 games here for Detroit. So this one's a power play goal. Confer will get the assist. And we're tied. Wings win the face-off back at center ice. Raymond has it. It's taken away from him by Buchnevich. They'll turn it back into the wing zone. It's kicked away. Now Soderblom will move it back for Detroit. Nice pass. Here, over to Raymond. Back into the zone. Another delayed penalty coming. Shot there is blocked in front. It's going to be touched up. Looks like Broberg is going to go this time. Detroit will get another power play.
St. Louis penalty to number 6, Philip Broberg. 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 15:24.
This would be great. You could score on this one. Face off to the left of Binnington. Detroit wins it. Shot on net. That one is going to be gloved down. Raymond, again, almost scored on that shot. Binnington got a glove on it. Faceoff's won again by Detroit. Shot by Soderblom. This one's knocked away. Comes to Neighbors. He tried to get it out. Raymond knocked it down. Keeps it in. That one's blocked, though. Puck's still loose in there. Raymond grabs it. Moves into position. Takes a shot. And scores! He gets another one. Back-to-back power play goals for Raymond, and Detroit has their first lead of the game. Back-to-back power play goals. Raymond's second of the game. Soderblom and Edvinsson will grab assists on this one. Let's hold a lead. How about that? Make a statement, hold a lead, hold it together. Third liners will be out there. Back-to-back power play goals by Lucas Raymond. Gives Detroit their first lead of the game. And the Enterprise Center is stunned. As am I. Puck back to center ice. St. Louis wins it. Sundqvist will have it.
Scored on the power play by number 23.
Knocked away from him. Gustafsson will turn it back into the zone now.
Second of the season.
Shot on net there is knocked away.
Elmer Soderblom and number 77 Simon Edvinsson.
Bolduc will try to turn it back for St. Louis. He tried to get a good pass to Sundqvist, a little too far. It's picked up by Rasmussen the other way. Knocked away from him. Here is Sundqvist again. He'll get a chance. That one's blocked. Rasmussen got a hand in there. Or a glove. What do you know, whatever. It's knocked away again. Here's Sundqvist back into the zone. He'll get another chance. That one's finally on net. Stopped by Lyon. And now Shine will move back for Detroit. Penalty coming late here. It's touched up. Detroit's going to get a carryover power play unless they can score quick like they just did in the last two power plays. Snuggerud's going off for a major. So Toropchenko will come down. Snuggerud will be gone for the game. Same lines will stay out there, but we'll change it up heading into the third period. Let's get the penalty call.
St. Louis penalty to number 21, Jimmy Snuggerud. A 5-minute major for checking from behind and a game misconduct. Time of the penalties, 19:57.
So Snuggerud goes into the locker room with a checking from behind major penalty. Toropchenko will come down from the fourth line and be out there for the moment. We'll talk about what happens going into the third period. Faceoff will be deep in the St. Louis zone. Off the faceoff, shot there by Shine is blocked in front. And the second period is done here from the Enterprise Center. Detroit roars back to take their first lead of the game. And we're at 3-2 after 2. Second intermission report coming up here on Stratman Hockey. Welcome back. Second intermission from St. Louis. Score after 2, 3-2 Detroit. Shots in the period, 15 for Detroit for a two-period total of 27. 8 for St. Louis for a two-period total of 18. Detroit with 2 power play goals in that second period. They're 2 for 5 on the power play. They're working on number 3 and number 4 and number 5 right now heading into this period. They have 4 shots on net. St. Louis 0 for 3 with 2 shots. The goals, both from Lucas Raymond, his 41st and 42nd, both on the power play. The first one at 14:03 from Comper, and then the second at 16 minutes from Soderblom and Edvinsson. And that made it 3-2, and that's where we are, heading into the third period of play. So, to start the third period, we'll have the top lines out there. Letty's on the bench. Fowler's out there with Shen, Kyrou, and Holloway. And we're ready to start this third period. Detroit is up, and they've got a big power play ahead of them. Chance to put this game away. They win the face-off to start this third period. They're going to move it up over the line. Here's Kane down low. Knocked away from him by Fowler. He'll get it out. Circling back. Here's Detroit to DeBrincat over the line. He gets a shot on net from there. That's going to be knocked up into the crowd. Off of the shoulder of Jordan Binnington. Face off to his right this time. Detroit wins it. Another shot there on net, and they score! Alex DeBrincat, number 49, power play goal. Detroit takes a 2-goal lead. Larkin will get an assist on this one. His 60th. One away from 50 for DeBrincat, who's already hit his 300-goal milestone this season. Wings will remain on the power play. The puck back to center ice. They win it.
Detroit goal scored.
Here's Detroit skating back over the line again. DeBrincat has it. He'll get it down low one more time. That one is going to be knocked away.
17 seconds.
Bounces to Kyrou, and he gets it out to center ice. Not Kyrou. Take it away from Detroit by Kyrou one more time, and he knocks it down the length of the ice. Wings trying to move it back. Here's Holloway. He took it away. Knocks it, lifts it back into the wing zone. Detroit again. It's given away. Fowler knocks it down the ice. They get their goal, and then St. Louis is coming up, trying to stop them. Here's Fowler again. He took it away. He knocks it back down into the wing zone. They have not got back into the zone after scoring that goal. It's taken away again this time by Kyrou. He knocks it the length of the ice. Suter will head to the bench. Letty will come out. The top lines are out there fully. Wings do score one there on that extended power play. Here's Kyrou. Gets it to Shen. They're back into the zone now. Knocked off of the puck. Petrie got in the way, and he turns it back. It's given away to Letty at center ice. He'll move back into the wing zone. They'll take a shot from there. That's knocked away. Rebound picked up by Detroit for a moment. Kyrou grabbed it off of DeBrincat's stick. Fires it in on net there, and that one's going to be knocked away. Good save there. Second liners will be out there as Detroit has possession. Just under 15 minutes left here in regulation. 2-goal lead for Detroit. Soderblom. This pass is knocked down. Neighbors will take it. He's back into the wing zone. That one's an easy save. It's picked up by Comfer. Knocked away from him. Thomas will skate it back in. That shot is blocked. Here's Sherratt. Works it to Raymond. He's back into the zone. He's got a pair tonight. He's all the way back into the zone, and that one is stopped. What a save and held on by Binnington. Oh my goodness gracious. Bidding for a hat trick. Lucas Raymond is stymied by Binnington on that one. And the faceoff will be deep in the St. Louis zone. It's like a referee is having some trouble getting the puck dropped. Wings win it. Here's a shot on net by Raymond. Another one knocked away. That was a little easier. Buchnevich will try to work it out. Gets it up through center ice now. His pass to Neighbors. He's back into the zone. He's got a breakaway opportunity. That one is stopped. What a save. Save of the game by Lyon. And we'll see the third liners out there with 12 minutes remaining in the game. 2-goal lead for Detroit. Here's Shine. His pass is knocked down. Torpchenko will turn it back into the zone. He's stopped. He's playing on this third line with Snuggerud gone for the night. Tarasenko back for Detroit. Works it to Rasmussen. His shot is knocked away by Binnington, and Bolduc will turn it back. Here's a nice pass over to Terepchenko. Delayed penalty coming to Detroit now. Shot there is just wide. It's going to be touched up by Detroit. Looks like Shine's going to go. And give St. Louis their fourth power play.
Detroit penalty to number 50, Dominic Shine. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 10 minutes.
Face off deep in the wing zone. This will be a time when we'll see St. Louis pull their goalie early. If this score remains where it's at, the Wings win that face-off. Rasmussen knocks it out to center ice. Back with it, St. Louis. Gustafsson got it away from Tucker, and he bounces it back up the boards and back into their zone here. Here's Sundqvist. He gets over the line. He's going to get a chance here. That one's knocked away. Not a big score. Here's Rasmussen. Knocks it back out to center ice. Penalty nearly done to Shine. Here's Torpchenko back the other way. He's up over the line. That one's going to be knocked away by Lyon. Puck is loose. It's grabbed up by Bolduc. His shot is kicked away. That's his first shot of the night. He gets his own rebound. That one's kicked away again. Puck is still loose in there. Wings need to get a handle on it. It's grabbed out now by Tarasenko. He can't get it out as Sundqvist knocked it down, kept it in. Shot on net from there, and they score. Power play goal here. They get one back. They were not going to be denied. Wings could not get control of that puck, and now it's 4-3. Bolduc and Tucker the assists. 7th for Sundqvist. Face off back at center ice. Wings win this one. Here's Shine. Knocked away from him. Torpchenko gets it to Bolduc. He's back into the zone. All the way back in, and they score again. My goodness gracious. Tie game. "12 seconds after the last goal." Probably almost exactly. Unassisted goal. And we're tied. Wings win the subsequent faceoff.
St. Louis Blues power play.
Johansson gave it away. Suter has it. Works the left side. Here's Bolduc. Couldn't get away from Tarasenko. And the top liners will be out there. Moving through the last parts of this third period. We're tied at 4. Another breakdown by Detroit. In this one, two back-to-back games. This time, up by 2 and now tied. Here's Kane with it. Gets it to Larkin.
12 minutes.
That shot, his first shot of the night. Kept him off the score sheet tonight. Kyrou now back with it. Gets it to Shen. They're back into the zone. Shot here by Shen is knocked away by Lyon. Rebound is picked up by Kyrou. That one's going to be gloved down. Face off to the left of Lyon now. Detroit wins the face off. DeBrincat gets it over to Kane. They're moving back the other way. Couldn't get around Holloway, though. He knocked him off the puck. Turns it back the other way. Kane took it back. They're back into the zone. Shot there by Kane is knocked away. Last 4 of the game. Tied at 4. Here's Kyrou. Gets it to Shen again. Delayed penalty coming to Detroit this time. Shot there by Shen is knocked away. St. Louis is going to get a power play here. They just scored on their last power play opportunity.
Detroit penalty to number 71, Dylan Larkin. 2 minutes for high sticky. Time of the penalty, 16:40.
And this could be the game right here. If they score on this power play, it's going to be very challenging for Detroit to come back. Faceoff's going to be deep to the right of Lyon. St. Louis wins it. Shot on net by Kyrou's blocked. Bounces to DeBrincat. He gets it out. Skating back here, St. Louis one more time. It's knocked away from Holloway this time by Sider. And he'll knock it back down the ice. That's some great play here on this penalty kill so far. Here's Shen. Can't get around Sider again. The big man took it away. Knocks it down the length of the ice. Penalty nearly done to Larkin. Here's Kyrou one more time. Up over the line. Shot from there is knocked away. Puck is loose in there. It's picked up by DeBrincat. He knocks it back out. Penalty's done. Larkin's back. Here's Leddy. Long range shot is blocked in front. Turning back the other way. Dying moments of this game. Here's DeBrincat. Gets it to Larkin down low. Shot on net's going to be stopped, knocked away, and we're going to go to overtime here in St. Louis. Tied at 4. St. Louis comes back, ties the game. And we're going to head to overtime now. We don't need a summary of what just happened. It'll be 3-on-3. It'll just be the forwards out there. Larkin, DeBrincat, Kane, Shen, Holloway, Kyrou. They'll skate for 5 minutes, and then if they're still tied, we'll see a shootout. Wings win the face-off. Here's DeBrincat. Gets it to Kane. They're back into the zone. Shot there is knocked away. Rebound picked up by Larkin. Another one knocked away. Still loose in there. This time DeBrincat has a stick on it. He fires it in on net and they score. The Red Wings win it in overtime. Alex DeBrincat's 50th goal. And Detroit will skate out of here with a 5-4 defeat
goal
of the
scored by number
Blues.
93, Alex DeBrincat, his 50th of the season. Assist to number
Let's
88,
go,
Patrick
guys.
Kane,
Come
and
on.
number 71, Dylan Larkin. Time of the goal, 35
The
seconds.
team comes out on the ice is mobbing Alex DeBrincat, who scores his 2nd of the game and 50th of the season, and Detroit will win it tonight. 5-4. Kane and Larkin will get assists on this one. Larkin's second assist of the night. Kane's 40th assist of the season. Goal number 50 for Alex DeBrincat. They win it tonight. On the road after losing to a team that they should not have lost to, they pull out a big win here against a playoff contending team, and they'll head back home for a couple at Little Caesars Arena. After the game here tonight, Detroit will face off against Carolina and Florida before heading on a 3-game road trip, and then they'll have one last home game and 2 more on the road to end the season. The final here tonight from the Enterprise Center, the Detroit Red Wings defeat the St. Louis Blues by a score of 5-4. This is Stratman Hockey. Stick in with me, guys. This has been an exciting game tonight, and we promise to have some more exciting games, win or lose. Thanks for listening. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.